Hey everybody, it's Chris Loud. In this video I'm going to show you a demo of a quick and loose abstract painting warm-up that was inspired by an art prompt similar to one I shared in a previous video. That prompt was about using the colors of a local bird. I'll leave a link to that one in the description if you want to check that out. This painting idea was to create a loose abstract painting using the colors and patterns of a bird, so very similar. The bird I based this on was a northern flicker woodpecker. I'm sure many of you have seen or at least heard these before. They're quite beautiful birds with earthy colors and amazing patterns in their feathers with stripes and spots. And I just love the swatch of red on their head. And right now I'm just getting some kind of neutral tones down on the paper. I'm using yellow, ochre, alizarin crimson, vermilion, Payne's gray, Mars black, and titanium white in this painting. But right now I'm mainly using yellow ochre, titanium white, and a little bit of Payne's gray to get that background down. And to apply these spots, I'm actually just using a pencil and the eraser end of the pencil, just dipping that into some Mars black and getting those stripes down. One thing that I do often when I'm working off of a picture and I'm doing an abstract is I look at the picture, kind of examine it, and then I put the picture away. So I'll pull out all the colors that I feel I need for that picture before I put it away. And then I put it away so I make sure I'm not starting to paint the actual object in the picture. So in this case, obviously a bird, I wanted to make sure that I didn't start inadvertently painting a bird. I wanted to really focus on the colors and some of the patterns. And the picture I showed you of the flicker didn't have stripes. So here's a picture, a better picture that shows some of the wings with some of the stripes here. And I'll bring in some of those stripes here into the painting here shortly and get those going. They're just really beautiful birds. I see them all the time when I'm out walking around, and hear them quite often as well. They're quite loud. But wanted to make sure I wasn't doing too much that looked similar to a bird, like feather patterns. Although right here, that's exactly kind of what I was doing, because I wanted to have at least one area where I felt like I was doing some overlapping like feathers. So I did that up in the left upper left corner. And then at one point I will turn this over and work on it upside down. Again, just to make sure that I don't start thinking about a bird and painting the actual bird. At this point, obviously, you can see it doesn't look like a bird. You can see where the inspiration comes from with the patterns I'm putting down. And this was a warm-up painting, so I was trying to do this fairly quickly, so I wasn't thinking too much. Again, thinking about painting a bird. But I think at one point you start laying paint down and the thought of actually painting a bird kind of goes out the window at this point. But it was a fun painting. It wasn't really sure where I was headed at first, other than just trying to get some patterns down, but really liked how this one turned out. I'm using a fine tip applicator there, and then I'll take a paintbrush and kind of smudge it a little bit, thicken those up, and then add some more lines. And I'll put in the description all of the paint colors and tools that I was using in this. Primarily for tools, it was the fine tip applicator for just a brief moment, and then 3 different paint brushes. I believe I had a small filbert bright, and I used this round. It's a very small round to get some of the mix of titanium white and Payne's gray around the spots there. But if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those for me as well, and I'll answer those. And I will put a link, like I said, in the description. So there's the bird, and here's the final painting, and I'll show you some different orientations of this painting. Really worked in every orientation, I think. But thanks for watching, and keep on painting.